Are we sorry? Oh.
We're here.
Oh, hello. Welcome back to Thoughts Not Expressed. Shout out to wyattsdotproduction for hosting us today. Today's topic is a little spicier than usual. I know we like to always hit on topics that are a little controversial, but today might rock your feathers or rock your boat. So today's topic was sparked by actually an internet beef by a young woman, a conservative podcaster. Her name is Candace Owens. You may know her. She was running around with Trump and Kanye West back in the day, promoting the Republican Party to the Black community. She's just really conservative. She owns like a podcast. You've probably seen her on TikTok just saying some controversial things, and she's always known for beefing with Cardi B on Twitter. And today's topic, today their beef was started off of the conversation of should porn or adult entertainment be banned off the internet? And again, their conversation was sparked by the, I think it was a new statistic brought out. I don't know who brought it out, but they found that Gen Z had the lowest birth rates and the lowest marriages. So basically, our generation is the loneliest, and they think the correlation could be to porn addiction. So I'm joined here by these, actually not, there's only three of us today. I'm joined by this lovely lady and this lovely gentleman. So we're going to start off with Mimi. We're going to then end with our guy for today.
Hi guys, again I'm Mimi Bonnie, and yeah. Oh, Instagram Bonnie with 3 I's __X.
Hello, it's Cozy Malik here. You can find me on IG at Cozy Malik.
And it's your girl Debbie. You already know I'm choosing peace, so don't. I got no social media for you. But we're
tranquility.
See. We're gonna start off today's question with. It's going to be, we kind of was talking about it before the cameras turned on and we was about to expose ourselves, but.
We did the pre-podcast before the podcast.
But I just wanted to ask y'all, when was the first time y'all saw something y'all wasn't supposed to see?
Oh,
yeah. Very young, though.
I mean, I would say I was probably like, honestly, I think 11 or 12. And it was when I came to the United States, actually. Ooh. That's when, like I had my first iPad and everything. So, I'm clicking away. I'm looking, and stuff just kept popping up. And then the second time I saw it actually was on Netflix. Because, Netflix has like those really spicy movies. I don't know if you guys know. And they're like the name doesn't tell you like that's what it is. I think it was like Blue Moon. It was like Blue something.
Blue Lagoon.
Blue Lagoon. I'm like, Blue Lagoon. Let me watch it. And I click on it, and they're going crazy. I was like, oh. So yeah.
Did it have like Rotten Tomatoes score?
Rotten Tomatoes score, but that's not on Netflix though. Netflix don't do Rotten.
No,
oh,
they just kind of the old Netflix never did that.
Yeah, it's just on there. But I would say like when I was in Ghana, I was not exposed to like none of that stuff. Like,
really?
Young, I didn't
like
really
a full
like.
Scene
Yeah, like I didn't till I came here.
Really?
Yeah, I was like 12.
Okay.
Even in Ghana?
Yeah, I was like at all.
Really? I don't know. Them Ghanaian used to be crazy out there. I'm not gonna try.
Maybe today.
Right.
But how about you? When was your first experience?
Yeah, it was young, bro. It could have been as early as like 8, to be honest with you. But probably like a movie. So I remember back in the day during the cable days, there's certain channels where
Girls Gone Wild or
crazy, right? So then it's like you could be flipping through, or the HBO days, like way back HBO, they used to really do the scenes like some of these shows were. Hey, don't ask how I found out.
Hey. How did you find out? That's what we're trying to find out.
When you have older siblings and like
But like on the TV,
like just open, just
nah. It was like, all right, whatever they're doing, you gonna eventually get into it.
Okay.
So it's like that's how I discovered.
Okay. I was just trying to be innocent. I was just trying to steal some movies off the internet, and then all of a sudden, an ad pops up, and it's this woman with her legs open. Oh. And I didn't know what to do, so I got scared and I canceled out real quick.
Right.
But I think my second time with I would say adult entertainment would be when I was like really into reading, and there was this app. It was called Wattpad. Now, ladies, if you know,
I feel like every girl, like reader, every e-reader, every girl should know, because like We're such Wattpad kids.
When I'm telling you, I was reading this like during lunch. I was reading it on the bus.
And nobody knew you were reading them spicy ass books. Like,
when I tell you, I would blush during class.
So this is what, fan fiction or what?
It's like fan fiction a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
What could I say? I was really into like One Direction and mindless behavior at the time.
So what were you reading?
Because like it's a book, so you really don't know how spicy it's gonna get. So you start reading it, and then you start reading it. You're just like, hold on, but you gotta finish the book. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Wattpad,
you gotta see it through, my boy.
They were the best sellers. If you know, you know.
That's what I'm saying. Before 50 Shades of Grey, there was Wattpad.
Okay.
Honestly,
but putting me on that on this history for y'all.
We're giving you pretty much like a sex history talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it kind of leads me to my second question of from when you guys first started, like what do you think about like the youth and the relationship with porn that the youth has today?
It's very unhealthy, in my opinion.
I agree.
I definitely think, there's a lot of factors that play into why our generation is lonely, not having a lot of kids, marriage, and things like that. But I definitely do think porn does play a huge role in it because it's just been so normalized. You literally see it everywhere. You go on X right now, if you like it or not, you're seeing something when you open the app. You get what I'm saying? So
no filters.
Yeah, it definitely played a part.
Dang. To be honest with you, I feel like there is more so not that things are crazier than what probably was before, but I feel like the barrier of entry to like first seeing something crazy is completely gone now for this generation. Whether it's like us and then younger, there's no barrier for like, you can't see this because an adult told you can't have access to it, or child safety lock on certain things or passwords, that type of thing.
I agree. I feel like a lot of days it's like very accessible to younger kids. Do you feel like with parents, do you think they have a control over it, or do you think it's honestly like out of their control?
I know they try, because I know on the iPad, like you can have like a little child lock on it like a certain time, but honestly, like with kids nagging you all the time, I know a lot of the parents that just unlock it for their kids. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just giving them more time. They're really not regulating it. Now iPads are really just like, you go do your own thing while I do what I'm doing. It's like I'm doing, like you can go be distracted. So they're not really regulating it. They're just, it's access. So they do have that access.
Like when I tell you, like I think I was just like on X, and at the time there was like a meme going up like Peppa Pig, right? I'm typing in Peppa Pig to try to find out like where the meme originated, where the joke was. All of a sudden I'm seeing Peppa Pig and I'm hearing I said, oh my God. And I'm like, that is not what Peppa does.
Yeah,
so
that's not what I remember.
It's a lot of like hidden words on online that you can type and get like the completely opposite of what you actually typed.
And it's crazy too, because it's like even like at home you can't regulate it, but outside you don't know what your kids are watching. Like I remember I was in 5th, 6th grade, and guys would, again, I'm not calling nobody out, but guys would be on their phones like watching porn. Like it would be a group of 6th grader boys watching like a girl with her boobs out, right? And they'll be giggling, right? So and it's like,
well, we can find that's a rite of passage.
Can't come at my homies like that.
Can we get into that?
Let's get into it.
Around that age, right? In that age,
what the curious
like, that's like pre-middle school, and then getting into like grown talking.
So is that what your parents sent you to school for?
Listen,
so you were that was you.
There was lunchtime and recess, we had time
so you had your space, you had your break.
Yeah. So listen. As a 6th grade boy, right? Boobies are something that might be like. This is I don't know why y'all.
No, go ahead. We're not attacking you.
You, as a boy, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, you're not thinking about the anatomy.
You're thinking
like,
about
boobies. Yeah.
You're like, all right, boobies, I see
boobs. So
that's
throw out the times tables, American history.
There's not okay. What I could say is there's nothing unnatural
about looking up
boobies.
So if we see a nice some, yo, my boy, yo.
So you have to go share it.
It's not show and tell, but it.
But I would say like it starts with just looking up boobies and then looking up coochie and then looking up videos of boobies and coochie, and then you're addicted and now you're desensitized by your 25.
So
now that could be it is to the younger extent, but it depends on who you are, bro.
Because it brings me to my next question. Do you think people can be addicted to porn?
Absolutely.
Of course, for sure. You can be addicted to anything, but
true.
Yeah, it's something you can be addicted to.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you, like I will scroll through TikTok, scroll through X, Instagram, and stuff, and I will see videos of people like out in public, and there's somebody like having sex or beating their meat in a public space and getting exposed.
Those are the extremes.
But the thing is, it's like you see it a lot more than you did now. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, like to even talk about sex, like if this podcast came out 10 years ago, the amount of African aunties and uncles telling us to go to church and cut the live off would be filled.
That is true. But you can't be public nudity. I feel like that's some like that's
not public nudity. You're doing something else.
Okay, yeah, that's not something new. That's something we have access to see more of now. It gets past community guidelines. That's something we could see more of.
But it's like, I don't know. It's like people are having sex out in the open. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, again, I'm a Christian. I don't know anything about this. But it's like, there's like car sex. People will have like, privacy. You're in a very sacred space, right? But now it's like you could walk up your apartment building and you could see somebody recording something for OnlyFans. And now you're just trying to bring up your groceries and you got to wait 5 minutes.
I think people are moving more towards like not seeing sex as like in a bad view, and they're just like being more accepting of it. But now they're being like way overly over the top about it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to be like, sex is good. We should all have sex. Let's do it. But now they're like, let's do it everywhere. Let's post it everywhere. Yeah. Let's do it anywhere.
What avenues is that being like pushed? What
on
that's a clear agenda, right?
Because even like I think it was like an OnlyFans model. She went to like Disney World and she did some content on the little, like
it's all for the content now.
The teacup thing.
It's all for the content. Yo. It's all for the.
Don't tell me she tried to fill the teacups, yo.
No, oh my gosh!
How no, no, not the teacup.
How big is that teacup? Isn't it a ride?
It's like she was in a private teacup and she put the phone down. She did her thing. She got up. And then but there was kids like in the other teacups.
Jail.
So that's a criminal, yo.
No, but the thing is, it's like there's more people like her out there. Like, you'll see people like I think it was another TikTok. Again, most of our information isn't coming from TikTok. Yeah. But there was another TikTok. It was like a couple in New York. They were having sex underneath a blanket in a public park with a bunch of people around.
Hey, you gotta be some spontaneous sometimes. And honestly, they keep posting the content because people keep watching.
Okay, so that's true. But can I be honest, yo? So part of my childhood was spent in New York, right?
Yeah.
Growing up, you're gonna see a whole bunch of anything walking down the sidewalk.
Right. Yeah.
That's something like, again, to me, it sounds crazy to y'all, but that's like, to me, that's like, I know that they're mentally not okay.
No, they were like a perfect, they were perfectly sane. It was like two Indians, they had like, I think the dude was a cop side, like.
Role play one.
Exactly. Like they were just trying to get freaky. Right.
Okay.
And
they're content creators, yo.
No, they're not. Like they just have.
That's what they call them these days, yo.
I will say this: do you think that there's like, with that couple, for example, do you think there's new expectations in the bedroom, especially like pushing couples to get more risque?
Oh yeah.
I feel like I couldn't answer that for real, but I'm sure there is. Like you watching. Whatever you're watching, now your bar is high. Like, she better know how to do that. She better know how to do that. I'm definitely trying that. And if you go find somebody that, I guess you have to find somebody that, is on your level, because if you don't, now you're trying to push that person to
the new expectations.
Yeah, to new expectations to, do all this crazy stuff that I'm not going to mention, but y'all don't want to talk about. Yeah, so definitely.
I definitely agree. I feel like with porn now, it's like very unrealistic. Like, again, I don't know why I'm remembering all these random trends on the internet, but like it was a couple years ago. You remember the cucumber? Like we turned a cucumber into
grapefruit. Actually,
grapefruit.
I don't know if you ever seen the grapefruit.
The Henny bottle.
Not the Henny bottle.
I don't know if y'all seen the grapefruit, but I think that was from the movie Girls. It was
Girls Trip.
Yeah, Girls Trip, and then that became a whole thing. Like learn how to use a grapefruit.
Okay, so that.
Now a kid goes and types grapefruit, and now she's getting a whole tutorial on how to use a grapefruit.
But
that is push though. That's the agenda.
Yeah.
Today, to me, like you can see that even in like kids shows sometimes, where sometimes there's a certain message or acceptance thing that goes on in there that I think pushes a boundary sometimes.
So how do you think like this is like in a sense affecting the youth? Like personally, like I believe that a lot of young men are suffering from early erectile dysfunction, right? Like I think that they are, again, I'm not a doctor or nothing, but I think that if you may do something too much,
it's gonna
affect you, right? And I think a lot of young men have, again, with sex, I do believe it's like one, again, it's a physical thing, but it's also a mental thing too. Because again, like you said, like people will watch a video and set their expectation high and be like, this is what I need to expect from shawty in the bedroom. But then you both are 15 years old, no experience. You're not gonna get a porn star. You're gonna get a human being in the bedroom. And I think that a lot of young men, and I'll say even a lot of young girls, again, they come in with expectations in the bedroom. And again, both of them are inexperienced, and then and they both leave walking out very disappointed in each other.
So, so ED is, of course, I don't know. We don't know the scientifics behind that one. They're just statistics. Okay? So I'll push that one to the side. Unless you want,
I will say
get into that. Let me know.
I'm just saying. I think that the push for perks, honey packets, you know, like y'all pushing for all these things to help your performance in the bedroom. Y'all are 20 years old.
Now that speaks into, of course, the push agenda, like over expecting, you know, expectations in the bedroom, what you want. But yeah, that one, I think I can't say none of my bros. I pray.
I still say it's the man,
pray none of my brothers going through that. If you are, you can always be honest.
Statistically, y'all watch porn more, and addiction leads to addiction, masturbation leads to, you know, being desensitized. So that's why y'all pushing for the honey packs and stuff. So yes,
grabbing
men are literally getting desensitized by porn.
Like Lil Durk, I'm not gonna lie to you, his body count.
Men are definitely getting desensitized to like porn, different things, but that applies equal weight to me.
No, because men watch more porn.
No, I think I feel like men do watch more porn because it's dedicated to men. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you.
I can't say it's dedicated.
It is. You never see an ugly girl in a porn video. You always see an ugly dude in a porn video.
All right, so let's get into it. Me myself, right? I can be real here. I've seen quite a few videos and tutorials. Tutorial videos
where you were taking notes.
Right, but your notebooks. So she did this and he did that.
All I'm gonna say, right, is there's a whole category, there's plenty of offering for both genders, yo.
But it's definitely more towards men.
Okay, so let me
because
who do you think is walking into the sex shop more?
But who do you think is paying for these OnlyFans?
Exactly, men.
But who has the brick and mortar?
I would say this with with the sex store though, it's like you're making that initiative. Going on the internet is really easy and accessible, right? And men will most likely type in the Pornhubs, the X videos, all of that.
Men are paying for that OnlyFans.
I think some dudes have like premium memberships on porn websites.
Women are not paying for OnlyFans. Men are paying to see the same naked bodies they see on X.
We're supporting content. Okay, but let me ask a real question though. Do you guys believe there is, you know, let's put overconsumption aside. Let's put, you know, the effect on the youth. We know that one. But do you think there is a healthy way or an acceptable way to get your urges out, or, you know, or have a consistent way to get your urges out? I
will say this. It's like, we're not saying that masturbation is wrong, but I think it's like, I'll say this. It's kind of the use, and it's not, masturbation isn't wrong in the context of health, right? I personally don't believe in masturbation because, again, you should probably just go seek the real thing. But I think that you can get addicted to something and use it as a tool to substitute for the real thing. And I think a lot of people nowadays are substituting intimate, like sex, with very quick serves of satisfaction.
And that's why like they're not getting married. That's why they're not doing anything, because they can get the quick fix.
Exactly.
Why would I be tied to somebody just just to have sex when I could just get my quick fix every, literally almost every day.
Exactly. Why do I need to get married to a nigga when I can get married to my rose?
So we're
Rose pandemic.
Okay. So Rose pandemic. Right?
Yeah, and we're not speaking solely on men. We're talking about the women as well. Okay. Because again, I've researched it. So statistics.
Let me know. Let me hear the
statistically speaking.
Yes.
Most women don't get off when they have sex.
Yes.
From penetration. They don't. So it's like I would rather get that pleasure from my rose toy. That's gonna do it in 10 seconds,
and you can get it multiple times.
Okay,
get the whole waterwork.
PSA for our young brothers out there.
Oh my god!
As well as maybe our young sisters. So they can because I want to educate.
Of course, education.
As much as we can joke, we
research.
can also, So first, hey, you're saying that your rose toy, right? You're saying that that's okay. That's in play, right?
We're saying that's what women do these days instead of like trying to stay committed to somebody because it's easy. It gets the job done. Waterwork. So why would I be tied to somebody?
It's okay to not be a performative.
We're not saying it's okay. We're just saying that's what the women are using.
You are not going to use our words to come and please. I will say this. I think that a lot of young women, especially for their first times when they do engage in sexual intercourse, right? Okay. They tend to not have the best experience compared to men, right? And I think that kind of leaves them very unsatisfied and to the point where it's like, okay, maybe it's just not for me. And they will turn to something that could give them that satisfaction, right? And I think it also is like a correlation to men are not keeping up in the bedroom because they have now gotten early stages of erectile dysfunction because they have now been addicted to.
Wait. Let me finish.
I don't know where you let me finish.
Also, speaking on women, I feel like also with like young girls that watch porn at a young age, they see these porn stars having these huge orgasms from penetration, and they're thinking, "Oh, that's about to be me." But then they get in that bedroom, and Johnny 15-year-old can't get it up. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So it's not just men that are like going down from having the negative reactions from watching porn. It's females as well. Yeah, and that's when they grow up, they're just like, I'm just gonna go ahead and use that rose toy.
Okay.
And I will also say in terms of like relationships now, and I would say the porn industry, I think that the porn industry almost was like a second virus because I think like during 2020 we had gender wars, we had the red pill talks, men versus women, and we were just arguing, right? But then I think that when OnlyFans also started rising, there was a correlation in, okay, now we're like, beefing and talking about each other on podcasts. Now we don't need each other in the bedroom. I don't even want to see y'all on podcasts. And now you see there's like a new rise of incels, and there's a new rise of women saying, we don't need men, we got our roses, right? So I think that, again, it's causing a rift, and we could potentially be just seeing a decline in terms of like intimacy, marriages, relationships, like all together with our generation.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know if that is the biggest factor towards that, but it is a factor of sorts for sure. The incel community, both ways, they exist. And it's sadly a growing population, I'll say. I don't think it's something that's like slowing down. So I agree with you there, but that ED thing, I don't know where you get that link.
I'm telling you, with like, if you overdo something for a really long time and you overexert yourself, it's harder. It's harder to like reach that. It's like, I will say this, it's kind of like our body, right? If you eat like we're going to get into nutrition real quick. If you eat 1,200 calories, right, your body's natural metabolism will then start being dependent on 1,200 calories. Right. Then you will stop like, losing weight altogether because your body has now adapted to that scenario, right? Okay. Our bodies adapt very well to certain scenarios. So if you're beating your meat every single morning, your body is going to be very well adapt to, coming. And I will say this, it's going to take a longer time to reach that. Hey, I'm sorry. It's going to take a longer time to reach that climax or that point. Because it's like, when you first started when you were 13, it took you about 2 minutes, right? and then you're 28. Now it's taking you about a whole 20 minutes to get it done in one go.
And then it's just gonna be like, I'll just do myself.
I'll be honest with you. If that's what y'all idea of the situation is,
Malik is like, that's not how it goes. So you never just told a girl, it's okay, I'll just do myself because you're not doing it right.
I've never thought in my head, okay, so let me keep it in anatomy, right? We'll move on from this soon, but
okay.
Keep it in anatomy, right? As a powerlifter, right? You're gonna tear your muscles, right?
Yeah.
You lift heavy, you're gonna tear your muscle, tear your muscle. Those micro tears. When you recover, you sleep, you recover your body, you fuel yourself, nutrients, right?
Yeah. Go again, wrong.
You get wow, wake up, whoa, right?
You say they can go again and again and again. It's gonna be building a muscle
when you.
But I'm saying though, you have to increase in weight though to start getting new tears in your muscle, meaning that you're gonna be trying to.
You're down there. You think the science is?
No, it's like
me,
with muscle, like with muscle growth itself, progressive overload, right? You have to keep adding weight to get to build more muscle or get to a new point. So it means that. Again, with these guys, they're exercising their muscles, but it's like they have to do progressive overload at some point. Okay, this 30-second video isn't giving me the quick satisfaction. Now I gotta watch a 10-minute, 2-minute, 16-minute video to really get to that point. That's how I understand.
Hey, at 23 years, yo. 23 years, I don't know nothing, yo. Hey, it's okay, bro.
But I'm just saying though, it's like I feel like again, even with both of genders, like women now, it's taking us so longer. Like again, like I was saying, we started off from books. Now we escalated to seeing stuff on the internet.
I still know a lot of girls that like read spicy books. I'm on like Book Talk and they're like always like, what's the new spicy book? A lot of the Colin Hoover books are a little spicy, and they still read the books. But to them, it's like I'd rather be mentally like stimulated than be watching something. Yeah, something that I know is probably like not real.
The girlies are addicted to Bridgerton.
I'm addicted to Bridgerton.
I couldn't make it through an episode, but I heard.
It gets a little spicy.
So you guys mentioned, you guys. Let me hear from the chat.
Oh, okay.
We have a few members here. Okay. Let me get through them, and then we'll get back to. Steven Asada says, "Yeah, bro, just went ahead and said it. Beating the meats. I don't remember the context, but I've been heard. And then
what you doing, Steven?
Our brother says, so you prefer the rose than the guy?
Well, a lot of women will say that they do. They get the job done.
Okay, fair. Okay, and then
no strings attached, no baby mamas attached, nothing attached. Like
no domestic violence.
It's guaranteed.
So can I ask something real?
It's guaranteed.
Can I get honesty here?
Yeah.
So this rose, right?
Right.
There's a toy rose and there's a real rose, right?
From my simple
Can I ask? Your man walks in the door. He says, yo, babe, I've got something behind my back. Something new, something fresh. A little, maybe anniversary passed or something. He says, yo, rose or rose? Which one?
Malik.
What? So you have real roses and then you have the rose.
I'll take both shots.
Now, when I say that it's okay.
Advice to your young brothers.
I'll take both.
I would say it's okay for both you and your partner to
use it. Yeah. Because like I said, it's not guaranteed for most women to, finish during sex. So if you, add into the play, you're spicy,
if you're not completing the race every single
just
time,
go ahead and get Santa's little helper. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And there's no shame.
So there's nothing wrong with Santa's little helper.
There's nothing
multiple helpers.
I would say the boy helper.
That's a different context. I don't know
what do you mean?
There's rose and then there's the other
what other
things in your cabinet.
What other? No. We don't know anything. What do you know?
Yeah.
Hey, I only know what I've seen from y'all.
What do you mean? I would like to remind the child we are Christian women.
But there was attachment to the rose and everything.
There's attachment.
That's what I saw. That is the picture.
Hey.
Okay.
From my simple research, we just searched something on Google and showed it. We never see that cabinets and anything like that.
I don't know nothing, bro.
Is that all the comments?
23 years, man. Okay, so another one. My brother says, please, I want to know what other things. I don't know.
What other things? What do you mean? What other things?
I don't.
Are you asking him?
Another chat. Our brother Steven.
I think that question is.
There are in fact different types of roses, toolkits. What are the things in the cabinets?
So you people are professionals at this.
Like
my young brothers just want advice and knowledge. That's all they seek.
Okay, but either way, it's better to, just have it with your woman.
Exactly.
So that requires intimacy, right?
Yes, I think that with porn you don't get intimacy. Porn is honestly very quick satisfaction, like, okay, you get it in and out, but you don't really get that human connection the way you would if you were to like come and share like a partner. I also think that, like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like, it was like God forbid, but it was like I was in Miami with friends during spring break, right? And all I would see was guys with like microphones, cameras asking girls, what's your body count, right?
Smash your pass.
Smash your pass. Like, right? And
those videos like getting out of hand too. Man.
It's like an over sexualization of everything, right? It's like I can't walk down the street without somebody putting the camera. What's your body count? What's your body count? Tell the camera. And it's so weird. It's like there's an over like fixation on we always have to talk about sex.
Yeah.
Something has to relate
especially
back
on Twitter. Oh my gosh, it's getting so ridiculous. Like, if it's not sex, it's the what do you bring to like, it's just pointless.
Okay, so that goes into like gender war, but so it's ruined innuendos then, we'll say, where like, because there is a certain way you can talk.
I will say this. Back in the day,
between lines, in a way.
I'll say this. Back in the day, like if we were talking about the 90s and 80s, don't get me wrong, they got nasty. They was nasty.
They were having babies.
But I will say this: the music wise was very explicit. Like, we was knocking boots, right? Yeah. You could tell. Okay, I know what knocking boots is, right? But now it's like, yeah, I stuck my thumb in her butt, and that's butt.
Make a drop.
That's the whole album.
In the back of my throat.
Like that's what I'm saying. So it's like
very explicit.
Like now it's like you're just seeing it everywhere. I think it was like that Bumble ad. Have you seen that where they were like, give up celibacy and get on Bumble? Like, they are pushing for sex. And I think that, again, with
that's the agenda for right now.
I just think it's sex itself. It's like, we're not even like, and again, it's like with sex, it comes intimacy. It's like again, everybody got their own thing, but it's intimacy. It's like you guys are sharing something at that moment. It's very hard to be intimate with your iPad.
Do you think porn is ruining intimacy?
Oh yeah.
The same way, both genders?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, again, everyone has like a high expectation. Like, again, like I'm saying, like you are talking about the weightlifting and progressive overload. Right. If you're a young man who's starting off at 13 and, beating your meat off to like a group sex and orgies, right? And you walk into the bedroom and you got one person in there, right? It's not going to go up because you've already associated in your mind, this is what turns you on and this is not what turns you on. And now you and your partner are having intimacy issues because you're addicted to sex. Like, you're addicted to the concept of this fake perception of sex.
So you have something to add to it?
No, I was gonna say, like we said, it plays a huge part as well. Because right now women are like, I don't want to have babies. I have my own job. I have this. I have that. And I have my role, so you know what I'm saying. So like, I don't want to be in a marriage. You know what I'm saying. So it plays a huge part.
I would say there's there's female. I wouldn't say they're incels because that's involuntary. Yeah, I think that women are voluntarily being like celibate.
Yeah.
Like, they're just forcing themselves at this point because we don't need it anymore.
And this is like a whole different topic with pregnancy too. But now you go on TikTok, there are like 100 reasons, like are symptoms that's gonna happen to you, like things that are gonna happen to you when you get pregnant.
You can lose teeth, like get blind,
you could die. So women are like, I don't want to do that, and they're like, okay, but at least you can be with your man. And then there's like, men are this, men are that. I'm just gonna be with myself. And then there's like, oh wait, men don't satisfy you. I'm just gonna use my role so I'll be cool. Right. So they're choosing to stay like that because like they have all the benefits without a partner.
Exactly, without the stresses. With a lot of they say, why can I do everything myself without the stress?
So can I ask something?
Yeah.
So you said that's not called incel,
because I feel like with incel it's involuntary, like forced celibacy. Like, I think that's like incel, isn't that the definition? Like involuntary, like something.
Looks like
so we'll call that. All right, incels more so like, yo, these is dudes that there are dudes that genuinely hate women. That's their mentality.
Yeah, because
those
they're
are
forced.
incels.
I feel like those.
But I can't say that's because they can't.
It definitely stems
get
from
their urges out.
No, it definitely stems from the idea. The reason why they hate women, I'm going to be honest with you, is because they can't get any hoo-ha.
Yeah,
it stems from the fact that they can't get any women's attention.
Yeah.
I'll let you rock on that.
A lot of them, for sure. I mean, I can't think of any other reason.
I'm not going to lie. I've never seen an attractive incel. It's always men who are unconventionally attractive who are forced into this community.
Yeah.
Okay. Or they probably have some type of mental issue, or they're a little lower in the social economic status, right? That they're forced to basically be involuntarily celibate because, again, they can't get attention from women. Therefore, they got everything proned up, and now they hate women. A lot of these guys,
you don't think that applies in the opposite?
No, I feel like there's some women out there who are like incels in a sense. But the thing is, with women, we can get it easy. I'm not gonna lie.
It's so easy.
Like, even if you're like,
maybe we're like being a little biased, but
no, I'm serious. Like, if you're and again, I think every woman is beautiful. I think every woman is beautiful.
You have content creators.
Yeah.
I will say this: you can be unconventionally attractive as a woman and still get some play. But as a man, unless you're rich, you can't do it.
I mean, that's real. That's the honesty we ask for.
So it's like, I will say this, for women, it's not in that sense, because a woman can just get sex really if she wants to. Like, I can go out right now and ask a random guy to follow me home, and then he would probably do it.
Yeah.
Because they see the porn videos where you pick up people from the street.
Right, yeah. You're not wrong on that.
Trying to satisfy the little fantasies. A lot of fantasy play in the porn industry.
They waited for the bus to pull up.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Okay. You're not wrong, but I still think that that incel community has plenty of women in there as well.
I feel like, I don't get me wrong, I do believe there's some women who truly hate men, like, just with a passion. Don't get me wrong, and they are pushing this movement simply because they just don't like niggas.
Yeah.
But I think that a lot of women now, though, are simply doing it because it's like, okay, we kind of, after the gender wars,
they have a lot of reasons.
Yeah, like after the gender wars, we saw the stress that comes with being with a man, right? Mm-hmm. And the only thing that was really associating us to be with a man, because we were all arguing about what is the purpose of a gender and everything. Sure. Okay, well, now the men are saying they don't need us, and they're going to fly across the country to go get women from other countries,
passport bros.
They're going to get, a pocket. I don't know if I can say a pocket thing,
a little
right? And they don't need women. So women are listening to this and being like, okay, they only see me for sex. They say that they don't want to pay for a dinner at Red Lobster for me. Why do I need this stress? Let me go get my rose. Let me go get my job. We're no longer in the 50s. I can get work done, right? So it's like,
so you don't think that same mentality drives?
No.
Like, a man could literally say the same exact, women y'all come with stress, mental stress on a dude.
But the thing is, it's like, I will say this, it's like the way society was set up for men, you guys could enjoy society but also chase women. Women, we were heavily reliant on you. We needed a man to elevate in society. But now that we're not. Now we don't need you people.
I feel like the men are a little salty about that, honestly. But
nobody's salty, yo.
I didn't say something on that group on the chat.
Okay.
Oh yeah, let me hear. Oh yeah, my brother. What are the cabinets to the girls? I think we've heard our girl. Oh yes, Angie thinks that I agree. Okay.
To which part?
That's it. That's our friends there.
But I will just say this. So, like, in terms, you guys think that the government should kind of put like a ban, or there should be a regulation on porn?
Honestly, with this being the land of the free, I don't think that would ever happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, X is a great example. It's supposed to be like the free platform. You can post anything, you can say anything, you can do anything. So I don't think that's ever gonna happen. Mm-hmm. Should it happen? Probably. But again, adults, it's not gonna happen. You know what I mean?
I can't say I agree with prohibiting it. I'll be honest with you, only because
you need it.
I mean, hey, if that's what you want to believe, go ahead, bro. I don't know, but tutorials are helpful. Okay.
So you are not. You are not clicking on these videos, Malik, with a notebook and a.
But in all seriousness, though, there are people out there that have vices, and so there's a way that is some people are choosing that as a vice, right? Over, other things. Maybe it's drugs, whatever. Some people can be addicted.
That is your vice
with
with
addicted
drugs.
to alcohol. You could be addicted to you could be addicted to anything.
So you rather they be addicted to that than be addicted to like drugs?
I will say
whatever to keep some people mentally sane, bro. Dude,
I don't know, because I will say
I
don't know. I will say this: all vices lead to death, right?
Okay.
Personally, I feel like when a man is addicted to porn, it's kind of scary for me as a woman because, again, like with every addiction, you can always escalate. Yeah. Addictions can make you do things that, again, that don't match your character. For example, a lot of serial killers and R words. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube,
we understand.
But they were addicted to porn. If you see a lot of their interviews, they started off with pornography. And it slowly escalated to, okay, this is like the small porn I'm seeing in magazines. Now I'm watching, a little bit more of a taboo porn, like kitty porn. And now it's slowly turning to bestiality. And then bestiality will then turn into forcible things, right? So I think that every vice can lead to an escalation. And I think that with porn, especially, I don't think it's an addiction that you want. Truly.
Oh, yeah, nobody.
And that's the thing. I feel like people take it so lightly. Yeah. Like, it's just a video. You know what I'm saying? It's just two people doing this. But when the addiction starts, it's like, it's an addiction. Like, it's so hard to get off. And people, like, set the expectations way too high on it.
Okay. So, yeah, it definitely... So, would you say the pros outweigh the cons?
I would say
what are the pros besides what the notes, the tutorial?
Because I don't even think with that point, like a lot of men aren't getting on to Pornhub, right?
To be like, how do I need some new moves?
No,
to be in the bedroom.
No, they're doing it to just get the satisfaction. And
can I suggest something?
Yeah.
So one of our friends here, Marcus, has said, what if it prevents most men from cheating on their wives to stay safe?
Actually, that was my next question, and that's crazy.
Is watching porn cheating?
Yes. I will say this. It's dependent on your partner, but personally for me, if I'm in a relationship with someone and I walk in and I catch you watching porn,
it's just so embarrassing.
I'm not gonna lie. Right. I'm gonna be blue as hell because I'm gonna be blue. Because don't get me wrong, it's like, why are you seeking that satisfaction from an iPad and not from me, your woman? Right here. Like, that is just it.
Okay.
It's like me coming to you and saying, oh, babe, I need an oil change. And you can fix the car, right? But then I walk across the neighbor's yard and I'm like, hey, can you give me an oil change real quick to the next door neighbor? You're going to look at me crazy like, okay, I'm here. Why do you got to go out of your way to go get this done?
Okay, that's wild disrespect.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is I feel like it's very disrespectful.
And but I don't know. I can't agree that. So you take
you don't agree that it's cheating.
No.
It's not. So would you say if you found out your girlfriend had like subscribed to like 3 guys' OnlyFans, right?
And she was on
there. Yeah, you're saying big B deviant, right? On her
tall, bulky.
And when you turn around to touch her, she's shaking. Okay.
Let me finish this real quick.
That comes down to male insecurity that y'all love to attack sometimes.
I don't think it's male insecurity.
Depends on what kind of man you is, right? Because every man should know that his woman has an ideal person.
Okay, not even talking in space that like whatever she's watching is like somebody that doesn't even look like
preference.
You. Cool, it's somebody that does look like you. Let's say somebody that does look like you, but she's watching it. And she just
now that's you added that one in. That's an extreme. That's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. I'm right here.
And I'm saying even like,
but that's wild disrespect. But I don't know if y'all can translate that. That's not.
I will say this. It's like, for example, your partner and you are supposed to be sharing these intimate moments, but then she's declining you because she's already getting satisfied from her OnlyFans subscriber. Doing the job, she don't need you. You're gonna feel some type of way because again, she's taking that responsibility from you and giving it to another source. And I think that's where the disrespect comes in. Because it's like, don't get me wrong, if you walk in and you catch her, probably watching someone who doesn't look like you, do I believe that's a red flag? A little bit, yeah. That's definitely a red flag you should do some research in. But if you're seeing her just do it in general, it's most likely is associated with you're not satisfying me in the bedroom. That's why I'm seeking another source to do it.
Okay. I mean, one of our friends here says subscribing was the crazy part.
No, looking it up was the crazy part.
He says subscribing was the crazy part, right? But okay, and different, which is intentional. But randomly watching it is not cheating. And if anything, it's
You
safer
think
than-
she's
She's
randomly watching it.
But like the thing
okay?
is,
So that goes into action.
but
put
how do you
action
randomly
behind it.
watch porn? Like you gotta go on your phone, look
And-
it up, scroll through about 8 different videos, and then make your selection.
Yeah.
That's not by
That
Takes
accident.
time.
Answering that would
You're-
require me to explain to you, man.
OnlyFans, you're picking which guy you want to watch.
Exactly.
You're choosing this one. I want this one. I
Right.
want to watch this one. You're subscribing. You're
This
paying
fish
money.
right here.
Exact amount. You're watching. You're paying money and like, yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna watch him.
And you know you gotta sit down, set the bedroom up, make sure everything's okay.
Make sure your husband
so-
are coming.
lock the door. You know,
Alright.
close the window blinds. And do what
At
you
that
gotta
point,
do.
you're cheating. Like
You're like
you're
setting it up.
Okay.
taking all the
Listen,
steps
yo,
to
if- if that's the steps you go through for your own activities or
Hey.
cool. Listen, a lot of men that I know, we not moving like that, yo.
So what? You're watching in front of her? Is that what you're saying?
Listen, a lot-
Imagine being next to a man.
let me ask
and-
y'all: have y'all ever ran into a man that whether you was with them and for long term or not? Did you ever discover that they was watching porn or they was into?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like personally, I hope they would hide it from me. You should get some level of shame around me, but
So you never.
I've
exposed that.
never
Okay, so you
experienced-
never-
Like watching it in front of me?
Nah, maybe
Like
not in
I just
front of
knew
you,
they
or
watched
maybe,
it. Yeah.
Maybe they let
while we were together,
you are aware that they watch.
Yeah. I mean, right now I pretty much
Uh-huh.
assume I'm gonna watch it. So
Okay, so at that point,
I feel like it's different though. It's like you can say you've watched it in the past. That's normal.
Mhm.
But it's like if we're together and we're having a very consistent sex life together,
Mhm.
and you tell me, yeah, baby, not tonight. I'm gonna pull up this person.
Mhm.
I will look at you crazy and walk out that bedroom.
while I'm sitting right
That's what I'm saying.
you can
Mhm.
sleep. You can sleep with your phone.
That's what I'm saying. Lay at night with that.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like it's a
Mhm.
difference because I'm gonna be realistic. I feel like everybody has ran across it. It's hard to escape porn itself, right?
Everywhere.
But it's like you are making the initiative to pick that video and then make that video a source of your satisfaction when it should be me.
so you do understand that sometimes urges can't be reached with your partner.
Then at that point, that's when you need to come and talk to yourself about
Communication, right?
discipline.
And self-control.
Control.
Wait,
self-
whoa,
Self-control
whoa,
and
whoa.
discipline
Okay,
because
so
I'm not gonna lie to
that
you.
can't go into.
No, because it's like if
that
I
can't
think
be handled with a conversation.
no, I think that personally, like, don't get me wrong, like, and I'm not trying to call
Uh-huh.
myself out, but like, I would be in math class in high school, and then it was the devil who sent that thought. But I would think about sex, and I'll be like, whoa,
Okay,
I'm
agree.
not getting up and raising my hand and telling the chick I need to go to the bathroom to go do.
bathroom.
I sat my ass
Uh-huh.
down and I learned trigonometry, and I was sitting down because I had the self control. At that point, if your
Okay.
partner is telling you, "Damn, baby, well, I just had the urge and I had to look it up," and you weren't
Mhm.
there, that is again the idea of no self control and no discipline. So anytime I'm not around and you need to let it out, you'll go seek another source. That's a red flag.
And I feel like a lot of men, especially on Twitter, rebuttal that by saying that it's harder for men to like control themselves compared to women.
that it,
Okay.
we have
But,
priests. There's nuns and there's
That's just an
priests.
excuse for you to just keep
Okay.
getting your nut off.
One of our friends, Marie, says if porn prevents men from cheating, they either need to have a talk with their partner about their needs or go to therapy.
Yeah.
They don't like their
Science on porn is
partners.
crazy.
If you need to use Pornhub to stop you from cheating on your wife, you don't like your wife.
At all.
Yeah, one of another brothers says looking it up is random. Subscribe is that
How do you randomly look up porn?
I mean,
Huh?
listen. Sometimes I don't think
What
y'all
do you like?
understand.
Literally, what do you mean?
I don't think y'all understand.
You're typing in the
The
website.
website. Like-
man, it's like 2 minutes and then boom. My
Like
mind
no,
is
but
clear
you
for
have
the
to
day.
get on your Safari browser and type that shit out and then get on there. You're not accidentally typing that.
Or are you talking about like
Is this-
on like social media platform, like on X?
No, listen, yo. I don't think y'all understand. 23 years, man, yo. I can't explain for
Again, like
Yeah,
I said,
yeah,
that's their
there's-
excuse.
yeah.
Like
The thing is, it's like
it's hard
even
for
if
them to control.
you see it on X, you can swipe past the video, right? You can have that self control
Mhm.
to kind of just be like, okay, maybe not today. or let me hold off.
Okay. I hear you. You don't have no argument for me, bro. I hear you.
I'm just saying though. But any final thoughts, ladies and gentlemen? I know today we got a little spicy.
All I can say is to my young brothers, you got to learn intimacy. You got to go outside, touch grass, please.
Lay in grass. Don't touch it. Lay in it.
I beg,
This is for the men and the women because,
oh yeah. Communication too, I think. A lot of communication is getting torn apart these days. I think we got to start communicating with love again.
I agree.
I would say I understand why a lot of women are choosing to be single these days, and why like our generation is leaning more towards no babies, no partnership. Yeah. But I would say like you're not gonna get that same satisfaction as like being with a person.
Yeah.
So put
that
Pornhub down.
Find love through humans and probably not the rose. But to answer the final question,
I don't know if they're going to argue with that, honestly.
But to answer that last question about whether or not the government should regulate, I'm just going to answer it real quick. I think personally, I think personally the government is there to protect all of our needs, especially, again, life, liberty, justice, all that fun stuff, and especially the pursuit of happiness and even a happy ending, right? I personally believe that, again, I personally believe that it should be protected. And again, what happens in the bedroom stays in the bedroom. Okay. But all right. Thank you guys for joining me today. I know this conversation was a little hot and spicy. And thank you for everyone who stayed tuned and also commented. Please come back again because we will be definitely here waiting for you to give you more entertainment. Bye. Have a good night.
You will rise, moving with that wind like a kite. But my mind is fortified. In my room all alone, I like to stay in my zone. That is how I build my bones. Shall it that be my own? Life written like a poem. My wish I be moving on. No physical, my heart is home. My heart is so. Express your thoughts. I go express my own. Make you express your own. I go express my thoughts. Express your thoughts. I go express my own. Make you express your own. I go express my thoughts. Express your thoughts. I go express my thoughts. To make you express your thoughts. I go express my thoughts. Yeah. I go express my thoughts.